First Lady Rubber
First
Pussy.
Lady Rubber Pussy. First Lady Rubber Pussy. First Lady Rubber Pussy.
If you can say that, you're not that drunk.
Yeah. First rubber pussy.
Definitely. First Rubber Pussy.
First Rubber Pussy. First Rubber Pussy.
Good evening and welcome to Bullshit Hold My Beer. Coming to you from the cold, cold heart of the scorching Mojave Desert. This is the sexual advice you never thought you needed. No, the epic barroom conversation gone so very, very right. So last week, Jesse, I couldn't see your animations, and this week I can, and it makes it so much better. I am Jacob Caudill, and as always, I am joined by the warrior to my sorceress, one Patrick Alger. How the fuck are you doing this evening, sir?
Living a fucked up dream.
That's a really, really fucking weird dream. And as always, I am
what
joined.
I got. No, what do you want?
I am joined by the Electric Boogaloo to my earnestly made original movie, one Jacob Stewart. How the fuck are you doing this evening, sir?
I'm doing amazing. Living
Yeah?
it up in the country. The
Yeah, you look
missus is
like
in
it.
the kitchen making me dinner.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Big
So I have
country.
small feet so I get closer to the fucking dishwasher, right?
And as always, we are joined by the limply made trilogy to our earnestly made movie,
Ouch.
one Jesse B.
Damn, it's all right. I got 1 7-star rating from a Jacob Caudill, so it's all right.
I've been
7.
really rough on Jacob, so I figured I'd hand that out to Gryffindor tonight. So that R is horrible. It's an
It really is bad font choice.
A. Yeah, like whoever thought of that they were so far. How are you doing this evening, sir?
I'm just trying to make the best out of this fucking weird timeline we're in.
Cool. Darkest of all timelines.
Yeah.
And that's a Community joke for anyone who watched Community. Patrick, what the fuck you been up to this week?
Not much, just working and staying home as much as possible. Which is hard by me because I got video games to play. So Destiny, Grand Theft Auto, fucking some Halo. It's all good. Shax.
I'm thinking about getting Animal Crossing for the Switch. So
I'm thinking
that's-
about getting a
yeah.
VR system for the computer with my fucking Trump check.
Yeah, COVID check.
I know. I definitely looked into the Oculus Quest.
Yeah. I want to get that and then the Half-Life. And then everything else I can get for it. Because although I got a little room around here, I'm going to be knocking out lamps and fans. But it'll be fun.
Yeah, mostly for me it's because of porn. So, Jacob, what the fuck you been up to this week?
I clear cut a bunch of the jungle out front while the weeds are down. I helped to move a fridge by supervising because someone else showed up to move a fridge.
You did?
Wait, right into the supervisor job.
Damn straight.
You get that fridge. Fucking show who's boss.
All of us adults did. We had the 2 kids move the fridge.
Yeah, I'll explain more about that later.
Or the kegerator, if you prefer.
Oh.
And then just hanging out at home.
If there's ever a kegerator, the only thing you can have in it is Rasputin.
It's a hard ask, but deal. Jesse, what the fuck you been up to this week?
I've been trying to stay home as much as possible. Only going out for essentials and shit. So it hasn't been too bad. But much like Jacob, I also took care of the weeds because now I got time. And man, these last rainy days have actually been crazy.
Oh, they fucked the weeds
I
up,
know.
didn't they?
I like how Jacob was like, yes, because the weeds have been down lately. My weeds are going absolutely apeshit.
Yeah.
Like, what did you do to your weeds?
Oh, buddy of mine came over with a weed whacker. And we had to start from like 2 feet up and knock them down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
That
then
sounds
it's supposed
right.
to rain this week, so they'll just go right back up.
Arizona has some fucked up weeds. You can salt the earth, and those weeds will still come back.
yeah, they have determined fucking weeds.
Yeah, they're like,
That's-
salt fucking earth? We don't care. We're growing.
Yeah, like I busted out my hedge, my electric hedge trimmer that I normally use for like the little bush that I have in the front yard. But because these weeds were so thick and just so tall, I actually had to cut them down to size so that I could actually like try to get to the roots and try to fucking yank them out.
Yeah, that's I'm in the same boat. Like that's my tackle for this week. So if anybody has a balls out fucking weed executor that they want to let me borrow, if you can combat drop that at my place, I'd much appreciate it. So
care package.
That's it. Yeah, if you could fucking chug that to my place, I'd love that. So
I know a guy that could probably use a train and just try to get it to your house.
Oh, I thought when you said use a train, I thought you meant like needed someone to run a train. I don't know. I was like, I'm about there.
Yeah, I would run a train on your weeds.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm 70% there.
We just need some goats.
This week's been a goddamn nightmare
party,
for
not
me.
The weeds.
My $2,000 refrigerator took a massive shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it
fucking get it.
It dropped all its fucking usefulness, and I am left with a non-functioning fucking refrigerator. So the beautiful like door-and-door refrigerator that I have in my kitchen is completely non-functional. I did, however, I put on Facebook that my refrigerator wasn't working and I needed help. And within 3 seconds of me posting that, the fucking cult tattoo artist, who's a friend of ours, she posted.
Becca.
Yeah, she messaged me.
Tattoo.
Yeah.
If you're in town, go there.
Shameless plug.
Yeah, it's shameless.
Yeah.
Black Sheep, like all of the ink is done by Black Sheep Tattoo. So yeah, yeah, she was like, "Hey, if you want a refrigerator, come get one." It was my ex's, and I don't care for it anymore.
It was my ex's. I don't like it anymore.
Yeah,
I want that gun along with that motherfucker.
Yeah. So I messaged the Goon Squad, and I was like, "Hey, I need a bunch of people to come help me move a refrigerator." And Jacob said he'd be there in 20 minutes or so, and I messaged our buddy Chris, and Chris was like, "Okay, I'll be right there with the fucking kids." And he showed up with the youngins, and the youngins fucking she lives 2 blocks from me, so we drove 2 blocks down the street. The youngins loaded the fridge, and we got it to my house, and now all my food is in the refrigerator that she gave me. The refrigerator that she gave me also happens to be a kegerator. So that's what her ex-husband designed it for, was to be a kegerator. Big old fucking CO2 tank, all the room in the world for a beautiful fucking keg, and I am super excited because I now have a kegerator.
I have an extra CO2 tank. So we
sweet.
can have one to go.
Yeah, once I get the repairs done on the main fridge, that's going to just become the garage kegerator. So
studio.
We're gonna have to figure out how to make the studio in the garage now. So that's gonna be
it'll go in that studio right in the corner.
That'll work too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be easier to move the kegerator into the studio than it is gonna be to move the studio into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, fuck it, I'll sit right on top of it when we record.
King Kettering. That's what they call me.
So yeah, I was super stoked to have a fucking kegerator just given to me. Now granted, I'm gonna have to spend like $500 to get my actual refrigerator fixed. Don't buy LG, they fucking use shitty parts. But to have a kegerator, I'm super into that. So also here at the open of the show, we want to mention that we have a sponsor.
Yes,
the Beard Struggle. Yeah, you're going to hear about the Beard Struggle a lot. But if you go to thebeardstruggle.com and you use the checkout code BSHMB10, you will receive 10% off your order, and we will get a slice of that transaction. If you want to support our show and you also want to get amazing products for your beard, go to thebeardstruggle.com, use checkout code BSHMB10, and it'll help us all out. You'll grow an amazing fucking lockdown beard, and the show you love will get a slice of that pie. I'm looking at our Patreon supporters and really hoping that they decide they need amazing beards. Also, Ollie, We have a friend, Oliver, in England who has a fucking glorious beard, and he could use some beard oils. And let's make that a thing. Like, just go to the Beard Struggle and order their shit. I have their Scruff Bomb, their Odin's Virtue Scruff Bomb, and it smells amazing. It's great for your beard, and I love the shit out of it. Tonight, we talk about shit that is mostly not COVID related.
Except for the COVID part.
Well, yeah, we do get into some COVID stuff, but we actually managed to get away
Are
from
we doing
that.
the opening now?
I did a bunch of... We've been doing the opening for a while.
I don't remember hearing. Good evening.
Yeah, it was there.
Yeah, it
It
was
was
right
there.
after I said first rubber pussy.
Oh,
Yeah,
First Lady Rubber.
we did the whole warm-up. It's just been a long one. Like,
Good job, Pat.
wow.
Good.
It's weird. It's weird that I'm more on top than Patrick is. So,
Well, he did say
This
he was
brought to you by whiskey.
That it.
So we try and stay away from the COVID stuff because you've heard enough of it. We're just going to tell you stuff about the PS5. We're going to talk about some fucking epic movies we've watched during the lockdown and some not so epic movies we've watched during the lockdown. We're going to talk a lot about piercings tonight because that was big on our list because fuck you, why not? And Big Country is just going to continue to be Big Country. So all that and more after whatever the fuck comes next. All right, so let's start with not anything that's overly intense. Let's start with gaming. PlayStation 5. I saw on the feed that they may have leaked the prices for the PlayStation 5, and I got super excited. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, they were talking about just under $400 for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh man.
yeah, comparable to the 4. Like,
Yeah, I think because the 4 came out at that price point also.
yeah, well within striking distance of COVID cash. And I got super excited hearing that the 5 is probably going to be affordable. I'm not going to have to like sell a kidney or hock a testicle or anything weird to get that fucker in my life.
Yeah.
I also oh, go
I
ahead.
was gonna say, hopefully we get it by the time holidays roll around. It's not getting delayed too bad.
That'd be nice. If
I don't think so.
I mean,
I think
everything's
they're
gotten delayed.
pushing hard to get it out, though. Them and
Yeah.
Xbox are
You
both
can't wipe
trying
your
to
ass
fucking-
with it, so it's like.
What?
We thought you were doing
I'm
something.
No, I'm guessing
mine
I
this time.
chopped up real bad.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Getting frontiered all over the shop. Apparently everyone's getting home from work, and no, like you can't wipe your ass with a PS5, so it's not like it's something that's gonna fly right off the shelves. But I'd like to see it out by the holidays. I suppose you could wipe your ass with a PS5. You just have to be fucking industrious to do it.
Yeah, it wouldn't be comfortable. Well, I don't know. I don't know the shape of it yet. We don't know what it looks like still.
And then I'll just spray it off with water and record it all.
Yeah.
Make all the nerds angry.
Yeah.
Dude, that would go viral immediately.
Oh yeah.
Jesse V wipes his ass with a PS5.
Right?
So totally unrelated or partially related. I told you I started playing my VR again, and I was playing Blood and Truth.
Right.
Fucking beat it. Like, beat the game.
You beat something.
Yeah.
That's
I made it
amazing.
all the way through. It's only like a 5 or 6 hour game. And then you're supposed to go back and play it on the like harder modes than like we hand you the trophies. Like I played on participation trophy mode. So but still I managed to make it through an entire fucking video game, and it ended before I expected. I was like, oh, that's credits. That sucks. I'm sad. And then I took the headset off, and it was like 3 a.m, and I was naked. So
That's how you play VR.
Yeah, that's why I love a
Yeah.
game.
I got into it. I mean, it's like a Guy Ritchie movie come to life. I was all over it. So, but I don't know if the PS5 is going to have that kind of durability, because Patrick, you were telling us it has some possible fucking issues.
Well, I heard it's going to get going back to redesign, or it started redesigned a month ago because it has a major overheating problem.
Now this is the one that looked like a giant square, right? Like a giant cube.
No, that's Xbox.
No,
Yeah, that's the Xbox. The fridge.
this one looked like they're trying to build in like a coaster or something.
Well, that was the dev
deep
kit.
feet.
Yeah, that was the dev kit they were doing. We don't know what it was supposed to look like for consumer. But it probably should just look like the dev kit if they're going to have it overheat for whatever they were doing to it.
Right.
I don't know. Xbox may beat them this fucking go around. Because they basically made it like a small form factor PC so it'll cool down just fine. And they're going to price it about whatever PS5 does. Because I was listening... Yeah, I was listening to Spencer talk about it, and he says, yeah, price point's big. We're going to wait and find out. He says, but it's going to be real fucking competitive. So.
And now that PlayStation has leaked, at least we're fairly sure that it leaked.
Yeah.
So.
Rumor.
Thank God. Yeah, thank God for that. However, like, a lot of your rumors... I learned during like the fucking first Star Wars drops to start trusting your sources. Mostly it was Collider, and they're now defunct. They fucking collided into each other and like
yeah,
did what great shows do.
Collided right out of the sky.
Right. Hey, just an FYI, I think my family got home, so I may get interrupted. We may have to pause the show here for just a minute.
Okay.
I don't know for sure, though, so let's keep rolling until my studio door opens.
Well, hopefully they don't get on the internet when they all come in, because then rip.
It's already streaming. I already got everything that was going to streaming. So I was like, that way we don't get fucking nailed halfway through.
Oh, that's why you're getting jacked up.
I don't know. I am terrifically excited about the PlayStation 5, mostly because I want to play Cyberpunk 2077 before 2077.
Well, good luck. So, I think it got delayed again.
I got beat.
Because they don't want to release digitally. They want to make sure that they have all the hard copies, and all that's getting slowed down. Yeah, all the physical copies.
Last of Us 2, they're trying to push that through quicker, though.
Which one?
Last of Us 2.
Yeah, that got pushed back also because of the hard copies.
I thought
they're
that
trying
was
to find a way to release it.
Well, hopefully they do. I mean, I'm not too. It looks pretty, but I didn't really play the first one, so I mean,
I did. Like I've said this many times before, I never finished it. I got to like it stressed me out way too much. If they ever made The Last of Us VR, I could never play it. I would just shit all over myself. It disappeared. So on my screen he did anyway. But the Last of Us it was here's that conversation. So as far as game systems go, I'm super excited about the PS5. More so than I was about the PS4, and I'm not a big gamer, so my word doesn't carry shit. Patrick, how do you and Jesse feel, since you guys are like the actual gamers in this group, about the PS5 versus the Xbox?
Well, let me tell you how Jesse feels. No, I'm excited, but I'm kind of excited for both systems at this point. I don't know. It depends. I want to know more about what's going on with the PS5 before I'm like, yeah, that's the one I'm definitely getting. Or if I'm going to have to switch over. Because I'm not going to buy a flaming pile of dog shit just because it has PlayStation stamped on it.
You used to have an Apple.
Yep.
Hey, you had an iPhone.
Yep, and everybody said it was good, and it was garbage. Flaming pile of dog shit. That's why I got rid of it.
To me, it's not the 11. Well, for a free phone that my work bought me, it's not a flaming pile of dog shit, but it's also not awesome. Anyway,
not awesome. Jesse.
Well, I think the PS5 is going to be good. I don't think it's going to be dog shit. I think it's good that they caught this overheating problem, because that honestly would have probably put them really far behind Xbox.
Right.
I do think Xbox is going to take. I think Xbox is going to take it this time around because they were open with their design like a year or two prior, and so people have already like a familiarity with it. Whereas PS5,
they've come to accept the mini fridge.
Yeah. I mean, they're
over it.
They're like fanboys.
They're like, I'm dating a fat chick. I mean, what about it?
Look at all that real estate you have to put a skin on. You can look like whatever you want.
Hell yeah. I would still just do it all carbon fiber. That looks sick.
Right. Yeah, I think I'm glad they caught it now, but if they didn't, they'd have to definitely put a ring on it around the power button so I get the red ring of death. Just like the fucking.
Oh, I remember that. The
360.
red. I got that. I got that once. Holy shit! The red ring of death, and it fucking. I shit my pants. I went out and bought a new Xbox.
I did 3 times.
Unfortunately, I had. Oh god damn.
And then I bought a PlayStation. I'm like, nope.
Yeah, I upgraded consoles. It reminds me. Thank God they caught it now, because otherwise this would have been like one of those Samsung. What do they call their folding cell phone? It would have been one of those disasters. The Fold or whatever they fucking decided to call it.
The
Right,
Galaxy
exactly.
Fold.
Or the Note.
Yeah.
What was it? The Note 6?
Yeah. The Explodo phone.
Exploders, yep.
Yeah.
Floppy ass dead frog that's getting railed by that monkey.
Is it low def like Bigfoot low def? So it's
Not
actually
quite.
Just a guy in a suit.
No, it's
With
like
tits.
it's like a monkey with a frog fleshlight.
Yeah.
Nice. I mean, if it's one of those hallucinogenic ones, then fuck it. I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
two
really.
birds, one stone.
I could see that, honestly. Yeah, no, I'm all in. I withheld my opinion for a second, but no, yeah, I'm camp. Fuck the hallucinogenic frog.
He got off the fence. He's in.
Are we recording at this point?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Just so everyone knows, I would fuck a hallucinogenic frog.
But do you think
We went from
flashlights
PS5
lined
to
with a
fucking
little bit of acid? Would that make some money?
No, because you can't sell that shit. You can't like legally do that. Like, would that be an awesome party thing? Yeah. Sure. Like,
Fucking.
go fuck the acid line fleshlight. Enjoy. You're welcome. But
Does
you
everybody
couldn't
get their
sell
own,
that.
or do they have to keep reusing the same fleshlight?
No, you gotta keep using the same
just
one.
Fucking. So the last guy's just
Got a
loving
little
everybody.
compartment that you reload.
You got like a Visine eyedropper. You drop another drop in there and you plug it back into the wall. You're like, good luck. How bad do you want your acid?
You plug it in the wall.
Yeah, because I imagine this like a hallway. I just imagine a hallway. I watch a lot of Family Guy, so I listen to a lot of Glory Hole porn or Glory Hole comedy.
I'm like, I don't remember glory hole porn being in that.
Oh, sorry, American Dad. We've
need
moved
to
on to
watch
American
more
Dad.
Still don't remember that.
Are you kidding me? Roger spends 84% of his time in a glory hole. So watch it.
That's a tab on
Watch it
Pornhub
again.
he's on. So
Watch it again. I promise you. That's a challenge to everybody out there. Speaking of watching stuff, maybe we should move on to the shit we've watched. This seems like a natural segue. Yeah, exactly. Did you just dab?
yeah, bringing it back.
What I need you to do is just punch yourself right in the dick. You just need to. Oh,
I'm sorry, my dog
Apparently-
was talking to me. Are we doing a Ginyu Force thing?
Yes.
Yes.
apparently,
Okay.
walls just have no standards anymore. That's
No.
what's happening.
When did we have standards?
Yeah. Everything changed once COVID did.
Green. So let me see if I
Yeah,
can.
big gun.
Damn, fucking dick.
I am fucking mean to Jacob. Apparently,
Yeah, why can't he be a skinny blob?
Yeah.
Because I'm fat.
because
It'd be more insulting to call me a skinny blob.
so. But first off, let me just jump back because I did not give you the respect you deserve, Jesse. Chocodile, hands down, one of the top 5 fucking Hostess snacks of all time.
Fuck yeah, dude.
He just discovered them.
Yeah, I just
What's that,
discovered him.
Patrick?
He just discovered them.
Oh, yeah, they have been a long time staple in my fat kid existence. So, yeah, Chocodile's like, Tennessee was all about the Twinkie. I was like, fuck you. My Zombie Land quest would be the Chocodile.
Twinkies are not
Fuck
that
yeah.
great.
Yeah, Twinkies are bad.
Did you say they're not that great?
Twinkies, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
not the
Twinkies,
Taco
yeah. Crocodile's
What are
amazing.
you gonna start a fight over me? Like a
Bell.
camera fight?
Yeah, over the internet.
Fuck you.
So let's talk video entertainment here.
All right.
Yeah.
First off, if you want some video entertainment, I would watch this show on YouTube because I randomly clicked on our latest show, and because I was joking about the fact goddamn, we have to come up with some better content. We have to make this shit. I watched our show. I was in the show, and I watched it for an hour and 20 minutes without realizing it.
Did
I was
you
like,
like
oh
it?
well, never mind.
You're like, I will not subscribe.
Somebody's
On
gotta
a
like
scale
that
of
shit.
1 to 10, higher than a 7.
Oh, on a scale of you just said on a scale of 1 to 10, higher than a 7. No. I'd put us at like a
How do I
drunken
kick him out of
9.
this call?
So we're still below Star Wars, the last Palpatine.
Yeah.
But the third Star Wars is now like a fucking 4 in my mind. So, and it's falling every day. Anyway, speaking of stuff to watch, let's talk movies and shit. Let's take a deep, long, winding tour down movies and shit. Let's start where the internet demanded I start. The entire internet, including you guys, has been screaming at me to watch Tiger King.
Yes, the entire internet has.
And the internet was right.
All of the internet.
Weren't they?
Yeah. Oh my god. The internet did not fail me. Thank you, all of my internet brethren, and thank you guys for making that a thing. Yeah, Tiger King was...
Amazing.
It was a fucking gem. It was watching trailer parks burn while a tornado ripped through them, while all of the trailer park denizens were outside safe, just describing what happened. That's how it felt to me. I was just
Well,
I was
all
watching.
except for John.
What's
was
that?
eaten by tigers.
Hmm.
All of them except for fucking Carol fucking Baskin's
Yep.
husband.
Yeah, because Carol Baskin's a murdering bitch.
Fucking bitch.
Fucking bitch.
Yeah, she definitely killed her old man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, 110%.
Yeah.
So, Tiger King, for those who, the one person who's watching this show and hasn't watched Tiger King yet, it's this story of what happens when meth smokes itself. No, sorry, that's the Trevor Noah line. It's the story of what happens when white people have no colored friends. No, that's this show. It's the story... Jesse came on late.
Yeah.
This show got started without Jesse. He's bringing us back to rationality. That's why he's here. He's our anchor.
Yeah, that's our anchor.
No, this is the story of the big cat trade in the United States. Which, first off, big cat trade shouldn't be a thing in the United States. I don't know why there is such. Well, yeah, I do, because America.
Right. Can't
That
tell me
makes
what
total
to
sense.
America, Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
If I
Yeah,
want a tiger, I get a tiger. Deal with
Yeah, you
it.
can't stop me.
And as close as we live to Vegas, I grew up in Vegas where Siegfried and Roy owned tigers all their fucking life, and I was like, oh, that's just a thing you can do.
I don't know if they own them anymore.
I don't know that they do. What? I do not know.
They're gonna make it a nightmare for me to edit this episode.
Fuck it, just let it all roll.
Yeah, I think I am.
Maybe think of something? I don't know. Sorry, the kid just asked me, what are we gonna have for dinner? And I'm like, I don't fucking know. There's another adult in the house.
Yeah, fend for yourself.
Make-
Dog sandwiches.
Make a fucking food.
Learn to be an Xer. Fucking make your own dinner.
Yeah, your dad's being a boomer and paying attention to his career. Except for back when my dad said it, that was a coke-fueled mistress. But
Nice.
So
anyway,
he could have been on Tiger King.
Yeah. Get him on the
I don't
show.
think they did
they
that
can't
much
afford-
coke.
yeah, they can't afford coke.
Yeah.
The fucking Jesus Christ. Okay, so it's the story of the big cat trade. It focuses on this guy Joe Exotic from Fuck You, Oklahoma, which I used to live about 80 miles north of Fuck You, Oklahoma. I'm about 40% sure I've been by that goddamn zoo at least once in my life. So,
Probably. I mean,
yeah.
It's a chance to pet a tiger.
Right? And, it's... Joe Exotic has this zoo where he breeds cubs, and at first, I think that they want you to, like Joe Exotic, because he's this, gay, hillbilly, super America, weird-ass fucking... But by the end of it, you're like, there is nobody good in this entire fucking show.
They're always like, look at this person. You should like them. By the way,
they're a piece
of shit. They probably murdered their husband, or they seduced straight men into homosexuality with tigers and coke, or they blow their brains out.
Yeah.
That was a good episode.
So the show folk.
I like the funeral concert at the end.
Right before that, I said, well, where'd the fuck this guy go? He's not doing any interviews after the fact.
He's not doing interviews. Yeah.
I said he ran away.
I was wondering,
and it's
too.
He permanently ran away.
Yeah, I thought he was like, this guy refused to be interviewed. But no, he did.
Yeah.
Via a very distinctive...
Or there's the guy who's the basis for Scarface, who turns out to be the most normal and okay.
Yeah, the smallest part ever. I wanted to know more about that guy.
They're like, you're not crazy enough. Go away.
So the show Scarface, the real life Scarface isn't crazy enough for this fucking show. The show, it's a 7-part or 8-part limited series on Netflix. It focuses on 3 different camps. There is the camp of Joe Exotic in Oklahoma. There is the camp of Carol Baskin in Florida.
That bitch.
And when you hear Florida, you know it's going.
That bitch Carol fucking Baskin.
That bitch Carol fucking Baskin. And then you have fucking Dr. Bhagvat Andal in Virginia, I think. No, he's in Charlotte, North Carolina. He's somewhere around,
he's in the Carolinas.
Still in the South. Yeah, he's in the Carolinas. And at first, after watching the first couple of episodes, Murphy asked me, she's like, what are you watching? And I kind of explained it to her, and I was like, and so far, this fucking uber gay, super Republican, quasi-libertarian hillbilly from Oklahoma is probably the most sane one of the bunch, but that ended in the next episode. There is no good person. Because Joe Exotic definitely kidnapped a couple of straight kids and fucking got them to be gay with him for many years via the liberal application of meth and marijuana.
Yeah.
So
pretty much the gay for pay thing.
And vehicles.
Yeah. Yeah, and vehicles, and firearms, and just whatever else. Because, his quote-unquote husbands, yes, he was a polygamist. His husbands were not allowed to leave the fucking compound or the zoo or whatever.
One was.
He had...
The younger one
was.
Yeah. One left all the time.
Is the... Doc Ansel is the one with the people who couldn't leave anywhere. He had the sex cult going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to Doc Ansel here in just a second because he's my favorite of the bunch. But
oh fuck yeah, got it figured out.
Fucking Joe Exotic's first husband, he could leave to go bang all the women because he was still straight. I love the fact that his first husband was just banging every woman he could come across.
So was the second.
Also still. Was the second one having sex with a bunch of the women?
Yeah, they both were.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, see, and
I remember them saying that, just that he was fucking high all the time.
As far as
there's that picture of him with the pounds of weed.
See, I think the second husband just loved the fucking weed and whatevs. But either way, so that and Joe Exotic had a bunch of people he was paying $120 a week, I think is what his pay was to work 12 to 14 hours a day and take care of the zoo and everything else.
All right.
So the second person in this whole fucking fucked up love triangle of fucking enormous cats is Carol Baskin. And Carol Baskin, she seems like a Yeah, that bitch fucking Carol Baskin.
There you go.
Yeah, she seems
like a nice hippie at first.
Oh yeah, total pot smoking. Like, oh yeah, I could go hang out at her fucking thing. And then you're like, they lay out her ex-husband's death, and you're like, oh,
disappearance.
Yeah, the disappearance. Yes, thank you, Jacob. Allegedly, yeah, like she most likely killed her husband and fed him to her.
O.J. Simpson said so.
Now, admittedly, he was gonna pull some slick shit and probably leave her high and dry because she was a hooker he picked up one night.
Yeah, he ended up being slick shit.
Yeah. Yeah. It was randomly that, like, he fucking was driving along and it was like, I need to cheat on my wife. Let me find a woman to cheat on my wife with. Hey, there's a woman, and that was Carol Baskin. So, and then after 10 years with that crazy bitch, he was like, I'm leaving this bitch, and she's not getting any of my money. And then she fed him to tigers, and he became the most polishable type of poop out there. Mythbusters proved that. So, I'd like to think that
5 years later, she declared him dead, like, within a minute of being allowed to.
Yeah,
like she was waiting at the
funeral or anything, right?
Oh no, it was 24 hours and a day, I think, after. Or no, sorry, 24 hours and no, it's 25 hours. Because it was like a day and then an hour. So yeah, it was 25 hours total. So she waited that extra hour just for appearance.
Yeah, then she broke into the office and stole the will.
Right. Yeah, like that was so
I found
gangster.
this new one.
And like nobody could do anything or like try to stop her. I mean, you know, all of them were packing that. Like that's weird.
My brother, the sheriff, says nothing went wrong here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, my brother, the sheriff, is also my alibi. So
yeah.
So
He's
Carol
like,
Baskin.
I'm sure if something would have been wrong, she would have told me.
Yeah.
Okay. Doing every fucking cap.
The night her husband died, she ran into me and my buddy on the street,
like
and we could totally
going and getting tiger food. What the fuck?
He's like, yeah, I was just out getting stuff for cookies. You know, it happens. We're in Florida.
She was literally going out to get tiger food, and when she's like, when they say tiger food, I imagine these big fucking cans, like these fucking tuna can type things of tiger food. You put them on a gigantic industrial fucking can opener, and all the tigers come out.
As Tony's the tiger in the front. Just, they're great.
Yeah.
Just click your can opener, they all come running.
Yeah.
Better than the Walmart meat truck.
Oh, the Walmart meat truck.
Pizza.
Walmart meat truck pizza.
Oh, yeah, that was disgusting. I had to. So Murphy was like, he didn't fucking give people meat off of the meat truck, like expired meat. And I was like, oh no, he definitely did. And I had to rewind that part of the episode and show her again. She was like, oh, he did.
They did the same thing at the one we have outside of town.
The Castle Rock out there?
Yeah, remember the guy that worked with us, that worked out there also, brought fucking bacon? He's like, yeah, they just gave it to us because the tigers couldn't eat it all.
Yeah.
So the same shit's happening out there.
Yeah. So for those
serious?
people who don't know, we have for those people who don't know, we have a big game rescue out north of Kingman, Arizona. And originally the thing was that all of their animals came from like Las Vegas people who couldn't handle their fucking exotic pets anymore. And oddly enough, when they were showing the people that Joe Exotic sold cubs to, a little red dot appeared right about where Kingman, Arizona exists. And I'm like, that motherfucker bought cubs from Joe Exotic. Because he has a fuck ton of tigers out there because they're sexy and they fucking sell.
I think he lost his big cat also, and they never found it, so it's just roaming around out there.
Oh, good, clean fun.
Yeah.
Don't tell Big Country about that. I'm the fat slow kid.
Yeah.
I'm Tiger Bait.
Just drive by fast.
That's why you're on the zombie team, bro. I don't gotta run fast. I just gotta run faster than you. That's
That's not a challenge.
The third fucking portion of this epic big cat love fuck triangle is Doc Bhagvat Andal. which Bhagvat is an Indian. It's a bullshit Indian word that means Lord.
Right.
So he calls himself Dr. Lord Andal, and his doctorate is in mystical science.
Fuck yeah, it is.
Yeah, yeah, buddy. And
eggs for everyone.
Of all of them, I respect him the most because he went, how can I market bullshit? Okay, I can do a bunch of Indian bullshit.
Step one,
what do I need?
yoga. Step two, tigers.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's it. That's 100%. You understand the model. He's like,
Step three, collect the pussy.
yeah, chicks will fuck
all over the place.
Chicks will fuck for coke or tigers. I'm all in. Yep. So yeah, he went all in on the tigers, and he runs the weird fucking like polygamy fuck cult in the Carolinas somewhere, and has his like 5, 6, 7, who the fuck knows how many wives that live on the property with him, and he gets to fucking like doctor them up and give them implants and fucking just like improve them, like Doc Andal turning 4s into 9s since 1985 or whatever. So that's his thing. All like 7 of his wives are at least 10 years younger than him, which I respect that business model. Good on you, Doc Andal.
He was also Hollywood's first call whenever they needed a tiger, if I remember right. Yeah. Like there are pictures of him with Britney Spears and shit, and
he kept saying, tiger. I made all these movies. It's like, no, you provided a tiger for the movie. He's all, no,
made sure the tiger didn't.
I made this movie, made that movie.
Which, to be fair, if I had a movie that needed a live tiger and I didn't have a Doc Andal, I couldn't make that fucking movie. So, as much as the special effects guy made a movie, well, I could now. Yeah, I could now. But, you know, back in the 90s, are you drinking Duff beer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I should go get my Moe's fucking because I have a Moe's pint glass, like a Duff beer from Moe's that I bought at Universal Studios. It's fucking awesome. It melted a little bit in the fucking dishwasher because it's made of plastic, but I feel like that's even more Moe's than.
I wonder, is Universal Studios going to hang on to that IP, or now that it belongs to Disney, are they losing it?
Oh,
well, they haven't done any.
They're not.
So.
I don't.
Partnership.
Yeah, I don't. I think that Universal Studios. I haven't heard any plans of them replacing Simpsons Land or losing access to The Simpsons. I wonder if that's a Matt Groening thing because he has enough flex that he can do that. So
he has all the flex.
Either way, I need another beer. It's behind my computer. Hold on.
Yep, there's his dick, folks.
Oh, that's the one.
Nothing to see here.
And credit.
Found it.
Sad ending.
So, long story short, if you haven't watched The Tiger King, fucking do it. Like, if you haven't watched The Tiger King, you're wasting your life.
It's a nice long train wreck.
So there's like 5 side characters we haven't talked about who are equally crazy, and every episode is just better and crazier.
Like
and you think they can't top this, and then they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, cocaine dude who like sold all the cocaine in Florida, and he like the inspiration for Scarface, and he gets like 8 minutes. And then
smart.
like
he let him in for a little bit, and then he's like, "Now leave."
Yep.
Like he has his shit's locked down.
Yeah, he came out looking like gold. Nobody's fucking talking about him. So Doc Andal was like, "Hey, come on into my house."
Joe's music videos.
Oh yeah. Singing at the funeral.
God damn.
That's my time to shine.
He's like, I'm just so sad. I got a song just exactly for this. Like, what the fuck?
One fucking husband leaves Joe Exotic. The next one blows his brains out a couple months later. 2 months after that, he's married to husband number 3, who looked, for all intents and purposes, fucking dedicated. Like, that guy looked locked in. So...
yeah, he's still with them.
You okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, good for you, bud. Did anyone get a chance to watch any of the suggestions I threw up?
I watched the fucking Murder Sofa.
Yeah. Killer
Okay.
Couch.
Let's talk Murder Sofa. This movie's actually called Killer Couch. It's a New Zealand flick, which had me at from the word go. Actually, I was watching this while Murphy
Actually,
was
we've
home.
called it so many different things. I don't know what it's called anymore. Jesse, what is it called?
It's Killer Sofa.
Killer Sofa. There you go.
Killer Sofa.
Yeah.
Murder Couch. Murder Couch is what I call it because I think it's funny. Or Killer Couch.
Just a
whatever.
translation issue.
Yeah, we don't use sofa.
Yeah.
Within the first few minutes of watching this, Murphy was like, "Is this Australian?" I was like, "No, it's New Zealand." She was like, "Oh, cool." And then we watched it, and she was like, "I'm so ashamed of my people." Yeah, it's a slow burn that never really picks up.
Great
in my
orgasm
opinion.
scene, though.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
Holy
just going to
shit.
have a fucking couch orgasm.
Yeah, like they were like, "Listen, we want to pay you $1,000. We want to pay you a smooth $1,000
And 2 sheep.
for one orgasm scene. The rest of the movie, you can just fucking mail that in. We don't care. But that one orgasm scene, you have to commit to. Like, we're gonna fucking hook something up. You're gonna have a real orgasm. That's our only thing. And she sold that.
Yeah. The
100%
only thing
good.
that got sold, but yeah.
Yeah, right. I do love the fact I could not shake the image of Cherry from Pee-wee's Playhouse when I was watching that entire fucking thing, and you
The
were
little
100% right.
Yeah.
Those fucking buttons.
When it stared at that person out the window.
Oh my god, it is the best. Yeah,
And then he like fucking turns around and stares at her
Yeah.
through the door. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Like every time, like the one time when the guy's going through the house and the chair's faced one way, and it's watching him on the one side, and then the camera pans over, and then it pans back to the chair, and the chair's flipped the other way.
Yeah.
Like it's twisted, and it's watching him. I'm like, oh my god, this is the best. They paid attention to so many small details. I am so happy right
My
now.
son hates scary movies or anything like that. Laughed his ass off and watched the whole damn thing with me.
I do. Mine did the same thing.
Yeah. It was like Murphy was like, I'm so confused. What the fuck is going on? And I was like, I think there's a story here. I don't know. That is,
What more do you need to know? It was a sofa. It killed. Done.
Yep.
so yeah. The if I got the story right, because I did kind of fuck off during the last like 5 minutes. The bad guys win, like because the couch ends up like the chick demon spirit gets in the girl, and the dude demon spirit gets in the
Yep.
guy, and
there's a voodoo rabbi in the middle for some reason.
yeah, Voodoo Rabbi. That's another great band name. Murder Couch and Voodoo Rabbi.
Voodoo Rambo.
Yeah, this movie
That
is-
works too.
Yeah, Voodoo Rambo.
Voodoo Man.
We're gonna start
It
making
is-
shitty movies.
We have all the time in the world now. All you have to do is be really good at CGI, apparently.
As soon as we get locked down, right now we're still working.
Yeah,
Man, we're
that's,
never gonna get fucking locked down. You kidding me?
No, yeah.
It's Arizona. It's cowboy
I
country.
get to do my second job tomorrow, so
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Even though
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like ramped up now in Havasu, so
yeah. Well, shit happens.
Go get that COVID. We had our first confirmed death. I guess we're gonna fucking touch on COVID. real
Havasu.
quick. Yeah, we had our first confirmed death in Mojave County. Motherfucker. Over 65 had underlying health conditions. Good talk. All right, moving back to Murder Sofa. Murder
Yeah.
Sofa did not kill via
Box office?
via
any kind of rating
COVID.
at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. I did love the dick spring, and
The
I
dick
love the
spring
fact
was
that
great.
he just calf fucked the guy into submission and then left him alone.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna fuck you right in the lower legs, and
I
then
like how he terrorized them though with that little fucking spring. He's just
Yeah.
like tap tap
Oh, yeah.
tap tap.
just so you know, I'm a couch who can fly. It's not even the couch; it's a recliner. It's a fucking lazy boy.
Yeah.
Like,
If I
it
ever
was
get a
some
lazy
lazy-
boy, I'm putting 2 buttons on it for eyes, just in the back of it.
So both ends of our sectional recline, I think I'm gonna put 2 buttons on the end of my sectional, just so I can have that there as a reminder. Like, what's up?
Yeah,
Alright.
put
What's
a
up?
dick spring under it though.
No, because I will fucking cut myself on Dick Spring. That'll be a goddamn. That'll
What
be
are
a
you doing
guarantee.
under the fucking recliner?
I'll find a way. I'll forget to put the recliner down. I'll be stumbling through the house in the middle of the night, and I'll fucking gouge my
Push
shin
him
open.
into the fucking oven, break his kneecap.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
There's not enough room in his
And
kitchen
then-
to get
oh
behind
my
him.
God.
He's safe.
Yeah, keep going, keep going. This is gold. You're welcome.
His fucking mom. I loved the dude who got like dick fucked in the calves. His mom, while her son is invalid, unable to walk, decides she's gonna put on the fucking Bose noise suppressing murder-proof headphones and do yoga in the living room.
Yeah.
And just like, fuck my son. If he needs any, I had to move him back in because he's a fucking bitch and can't take Dick Springs to the calves. But he can get his own fucking pain meds and
Can't
shit.
can't
And
stop the
that's-
gains, man. You gotta have your gains.
Yeah, that's right. So she had the
She was
blender on.
sitting. She was doing seated yoga. Man, come on.
I don't know the difference. I know DDP yoga and then yoga. It's the
You
only,
know, broga. is
it's
what
the
you
only
know,
2. If you're gonna do one, do the DDP.
right? I went out for a zombie run today, and because I've been using the zombie run app, and Murphy was like, "Would you do yoga with me?" And I was like, "Maybe, might,
No.
cool.
Until they say namaste and I hit the eject button.
I'll take pictures of your ass while you do yoga. That'd be awesome." But yeah. Anyway, fucking Murder Couch was a great way to spend a couple of hours. Not my favorite of your suggestions. I feel like
Oh no,
I
it wasn't
blinked out for a
supposed to
second.
You're fine.
Yeah, but I feel like you kind of blew your wad with Samurai Cop. Like that was 110% greatness all the way through. But
Including the
Murder
sequel.
Couch. What's that?
Including the sequel. You can't forget Samurai Cop 2.
Oh, I haven't watched Samurai Cop. So I need to put that
What
on
are
the
you
list.
doing wrong with your life? Fuck.
Yeah.
I asked you guys 14 times for
Oh my
fucking
God.
suggestions.
We figured
And
you
you're
already
like,
been
oh.
there. Like after one, you
No.
gotta watch
Yeah,
2.
you gotta watch it and tell us about the glowing boobs.
Yeah. The
I
orbs
forgot.
Of
I forgot.
amazingness.
I forgot that there was a 2, man. I mean, come on. Did you guys get around to either one of my the Deathstalker?
I did not.
Okay, so put Deathstalker on y'all's list. Deathstalker 1 will do. Deathstalker 2 is just as good, but it does that Evil Dead thing where Evil Dead 1 tried to like present itself as serious, and that made it hilarious, and then Evil Dead 2
Just went
kind
real
of realized
campy.
what it was. Yeah, and was like, oh, let's lean into the camp a little bit, which made it great. Evil Dead 2 is fantastic, but
Samurai Cop.
but yeah, it realized what it was. I did find a David Carradine one. David Carradine was in a movie called The Warrior and the Sorceress, which
Of course he
is
was.
which was it was awful, but it was great. And I don't think women wear tops in this entire movie. Like if you're a woman,
Sold.
you're topless. Yeah.
And
You already made the sale.
Stop drilling, I've hit oil. When you watch Deathstalker, God, is it 1 or 2? It's 1. There is a woman in a weird like tit separator. Like she has this thing on where she's not wearing a top, but it does like lift and separate her tits in such a way that they're like hidden under her cloak, but
that
they're like over here.
Just a bad boob job, or
No, it's just a bizarre piece of like wardrobe.
Costuming.
Yeah. They were like, how do we get as much sternum and as little tit into this particular shot? Because at first I was like, what is wrong with her chest?
They missed the
And then-
point of tits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They fix it.
We're not here for
Don't
the
get me wrong.
sternum. We're here for the boobs.
Yeah. Because in Deathstalker 1, They ton of tits, man. Like when there was a bunch of tits in the first 5 minutes, I was like, "Oh, cool! I'm gonna be all in." They really rely on cocaine and tits to get them through the shooting of that film. So yeah, Deathstalker and Warrior and the Sorceress, definitely 100% watch those. So let's talk Reboot. How many people have seen Reboot?
I have.
All right, cool. We can finally talk Reboot because I got off.
And we've all seen it.
Yeah, I finally got off the fucking train. Jacob, if you had to give me a number for Reboot, 1 to 10, what would you call it? On the Kevin Smith scale, not on like normal scales, because he needs.
On like out of Kevin Smith's offerings, 4.
Patrick,
6.
Jesse.
Yeah, I would put it about a 5. I mean, it was definitely not my favorite, but it wasn't bad.
I'd put it at a 6 as well. It's a little bit higher for me, only because Jason Mewes fucking delivers. And so does Kevin's daughter, Harley.
Yeah.
Like, those two. Kevin was fucking mailing it in. Holy shit. He was fucking high as...
Bob, so what the fuck you gotta do? Yeah. When you mail it in as Silent Bob, you're really fucking it up.
Yeah, he was just fucking high as balls. He needs to take a page from his own advice to Jason Mewes and like put the pipe down for a minute. Like,
yeah, handle your high.
Yeah, come back to Earth, son.
And stop crying about shit. God damn it.
I know, right?
Yeah, he was really emotional on that one.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. That dude cries the drop of a hat.
Yeah, about everything. Oh, yeah. It was beautiful. It was the shittiest Star Wars ever, and you're crying about
it. To be honest with you, I've done my own crying about that because...
You're like, why did I give it a 7?
Yeah. That's where my weeping comes into play. Yeah, you're 100. I'm on the record with that shit. But yeah, fucking, I was pleasantly surprised. Probably because you guys undersold the fuck out of it, and which I'm glad for. Like, you just kind of lowered my expectations, and I was like super cool with that. I was also like not heartbroken that I didn't make the extra calling for that because I was in New Orleans where they were shooting that. I drove by the studio every day for like 5 weeks. My hotel was like 2 blocks away from the actual studio where they filmed the Comic-Con or the fucking Chronicon, that's what they called it, the convention that they were at. And I never once dropped in there or tried to get a part as an extra, although I could probably pass as Fat Silent Bob at this point in time. Yeah, it was... I was not heartbroken not to be in one of the fucking extra-laden scenes that they had in there. I was impressed he fucking pulled Chris Hemsworth, though. That was a good pull. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Like, I'm beginning to think that Kevin Smith is the best weed hookup in Hollywood because, like, that motherfucker pulled some... He can what?
He can get anyone.
Yeah, he can pull some fucking star power. Otherwise, either that or he gives amazing blowjobs. Because
that's the second one.
Because yeah, when he got Hemsworth, even if Hemsworth did that from his home green screen studio in fucking Australia, I'm sure of it. He didn't show up.
It was on fire. He's somewhere else.
Yeah, he was like in California or Florida. He didn't give a shit.
Which is now on lockdown.
Yeah.
Oh no, in his giant fucking mansion.
Yeah, must be rough. All these celebrities and their fucking videos can fuck off.
Yeah.
Like,
I know.
God, pay attention to me. Shut up, you're in a big ass house, you're fine. You got everything you need.
I could not think of anything more tone deaf than when all the celebrities decided to get on fucking whatever social media platform it was and sing Imagine to all. I'm like, what are you doing? Stop it.
Yeah.
We don't care. They were like, oh, Elton John organized the first couch concert ever where you could, like, everybody would have a concert from their home and you could watch on. I'm like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, we don't care.
I don't care. Yeah, honestly, I'm more interested in what everyday people are doing to survive this, and mostly it seems to be Zoom parties, lots of fucking, and at the end.
There was an Asian nipple
He's
guy.
describing himself.
Yeah, that's I'm describing myself. But Asian nipple guy, explain to me
I've
Asian
sent
nipple
some
guy.
videos. You guys haven't seen him? He like puts plungers on his nipples, and they'll sit there and go,
yeah.
whack, and then
Oh,
knock the
that
caps
guy.
out from under the bottles, and they just stare at you.
He's the same guy that does the pulls the sheet and stuff.
Yeah, pulls the
With
sheet
the
with his
teeth.
dick. Yeah.
Okay, so this is a brilliant segue into Andrew Cuomo's nipples, which we'll have to talk about after a short break because I have to piss.
All right.
Copy that.
All right, so before we jump into Andrew Cuomo's nipples, I feel like this is a good a good spot to point out the fact that we have a fucking sponsor.
Yep.
We are finally sponsored by The Beard Struggle. If you head over to thebeardstruggle.com and you use the checkout code BSHMB10, you will receive 10% off your order. What is The Beard Struggle? It is your absolute depot for all products beard related. If you need a balm to get your beard started, this is a great place to go. If you need an oil for a long beard to make it look long and glorious, this is a great place to go. If you need a comb to straighten your beard or any other sort of beard management, maintenance, or growing products, thebeardstruggle.com is a great place to go. In this time of COVID, none of us are shaving anymore. We've given that shit up because who the fuck cares how we look, right? And if you're going to grow a beard, you want to grow a glorious one. So head on over to thebeardstruggle.com. At checkout, use the checkout code BSHMB10. You'll receive 10% off your order. And more importantly, we will also receive a commission from your sale. Now, it's not a big commission, but it helps us out. You get to support the show. You get to give us a little boost. And at the same time, you get to grow a glorious COVID beard. So, when your beard is down to your nipples, because we're going to be on this lockdown until fucking August, you're going to tie a big goddamn band around it. It says COVID BSHMB10 and throw that shit on Instagram. Honestly, I use the Beard Struggle product. I have the Scruff Balm. It's the balm designed for beards under 3 inches, which mine definitely is. And it works pretty fucking amazing, actually. I was super impressed. At first, I just ordered because they were like, hey, we'll sponsor you. And I was like, cool, I'll order some of your product. Awesome. I need to take pictures with it. I really like it.
There's no way to return to work than with a glorious beard that you grew after your lockdown.
Yeah, well, it depends on so if everyone shows back up to work with a glorious beard, though, I feel like corporate's gonna have to make some exceptions because they're gonna be desperate to get you back. So let's fucking crowbar beards back into the workplace.
It's like a beard strike.
Yeah, exactly.
I've never had a problem with beards not being allowed in the workplace, so
That's true.
Well,
so mine didn't fucking care.
Yeah, it's true.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's,
Damn.
Get him.
I'm making a second run at a big long beard, and this time I'm using a bunch of beard product and actually like taking care of my beard, hoping that I don't just grow the homeless guy beard. And I'm gonna end up buying like the heated beard comb and all that shit because I'd like to have a big long glorious beard. But the last time I did it, I looked like a fucking homeless person. So this time I hope I look
neck beard, but yeah, as far as
fucking own it.
getting it up to here, it's not happening.
Yeah, mine too. So hey, Jacob, would that be a good product for me? Because I got lots of patchies.
Well, it does. So I can't tell you that it won't grow hair where you're bald, but it does thicken up what hair you have because it like treats it well, so it grows out real healthy and shit. Because I have a couple of bald spots in my beard, and when I use the Scruff Balm, it actually makes it look more impressive and like bigger and fuller. And I'm like, good damn! It's kind of like that, that spray-on shit that George used in Seinfeld. Yeah, only it looks good.
So we're like the opposite of the ball shaving sponsor that everybody has, but we're like grow your hair.
I'll
So
just put
regardless.
AstroTurf.
Yeah.
Good to go.
And then if you use the beard oil to blend it all together, it'll all look similar. So it also does. I've noticed because I get real bad acne around the corners of my mouth because I shave my mustache, so I get real bad acne. And since I've been using their beard balm, my skin's been a lot clearer where I shave. So it just head on over to the Beard Struggle and give them a sale. Give us a little bit of commission. Let them know that our fucking audience supports beards. And during COVID, what else do you have to do other than fucking grow that shit out? By the way, Jesse, you told me you shaved all that shit like last week. Was that a lie?
Yeah.
It was a fucking puerile lie.
No, all I did was trimmed it down because I also get like these like mutton chops, but just like right here.
Oh, you want to talk about a guy who rocked the mutton chops? I had like the Wolverine, like I had the fucking Great White Hunter mutton chops down to like my shoulders with no mustache or goatee. I had shaved everything in the middle because I thought I wanted to be cool Wolverine. I just looked like an asshole is what I look like.
You look like some 1850s guy.
Yeah. I look like the 7th president of the United States.
You need to do it again, have a portrait done of you, and then grow it all back.
Someday I'll share out the picture I had done, the one I had done with my kid, and I still had... Anyway.
Yeah.
For all your beard care needs, head on over to the Beard Struggle. Use the product code, the checkout code, BSHMB10 for 10% off your order and to help out the show. Let's talk about nipples.
Woo. Yeah.
Nipples can have
beards. Nipples.
Yeah.
Free the nipple.
Not into hairy nipples. Yeah. And you get
Andrew
that one long hair from your nipple. It's like, where the fuck's this been hiding this whole time?
Yeah, I know, right?
It's like fucking foot long. You're like, what
the
hell is going on with this one?
Cool.
You pluck that fucker and just hold him against your like come on, take root.
Yeah, just transplant.
You wait until it's grown enough you can swing it to the other nipple.
Just braid them together.
Yeah.
Yeah, time to go like nipple cuffs. They'll lift and combine. There you go.
Yeah.
So what if I want to make my nipple hair thicker? Should I go to Beard Struggle for my nipple hair?
Beard Struggle will actually work for all body hair. It is chemically formulated to work for all body hair. So if you're anti-manscaping and you want to have a glorious fucking dick bush, the Beard Struggle is it's a place to go. You can even get the fucking heated comb and straighten that shit out, so you can have a Trump-style pube like thing happening. You can have bangs for your dick.
I would straighten it out
bangs
and part it right in the middle.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I would straighten it out and get like layers and like I would make it look like Prince.
Yeah, so you could have like the Gandalf dick, you could have the Prince dick, like whatever you want to do. Like honestly,
I it and then bleach it and have the Joe Exotic dick.
Oh yeah, like the dick mullet.
Get a dick mullet.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, you'd
really
have to
long ball hair and then cut it.
I was gonna say
you'd have to
put your taint hair off with that. I have somebody offering me $50 if I can braid my taint hair, so I'm gonna start working on that. So
do you have to braid it, or can Murphy braid it for you?
Somebody else can braid it for me. I just
Okay.
have to have taint hair that is braidable.
That kind of ruins the challenge.
Either way, let's talk about Andrew Cuomo's nipples.
Yeah.
The governor of New York
has pierced nipples.
He had 98%.
You cannot lie about it. It is. Yeah. Those are pierced. Those are barbells in his nipples.
Yeah.
Well, didn't he like also not deny it, but he was just like, "Hey, it's like your God-given right to like pierce your nipples if you want."
Yeah, just pierce whatever. Basically, he said you can shove metal through any part of your body. Enjoy.
I mean, you can.
Yeah, really. I mean, in Oregon, you can even shove it through like the middle of you and die if you want.
I mean, Joe Exotic had those fucking padlocks for his Prince Albert.
Yeah. They don't sell rings that big.
Yeah.
And at this point, that wasn't even like something worth commenting on. They spent 30 seconds on it.
Yeah, I mean, they're like that's fucking kid shit.
Even Netflix
Let's
is
move
like,
on to your fucking.
Nope. That fucking bitch Carol Baskin has made sure there ain't no fucking Prince Albert rings that goddamn big. Yeah, that's my Joe Exotic. I do a better Joe Exotic than I do a Trump.
Yeah,
I did. I did live in question
that
mark.
says a lot.
But yeah, so if you don't know about this, Google Andrew Cuomo nipples, and it'll take you to all the appropriate images. But there is a
You have
huge
to do
controversy
nipples
where,
because he had
Yeah.
the COVID. So if you just do Andrew Cuomo, it'll bring up all the COVID shit.
Yeah, because fucking
right, but if you include the word nipples in that
Yeah.
search, you're going to get all the images ever. And
Or
believe
Andrew
me,
Cuomo nip slip. 2020.
I'm hoping that that's a thing.
yeah.
Yeah, there's
I
a
would have
ton of
worked
pictures.
furiously to
There's
make
the-
this a thing right now.
Fucking- Your Google optimization skills are going towards that, not towards us. But he has a habit of wearing like tight shirts because he's an in shape guy, so he has a habit of wearing this like tight polo shirts and shit. And there's a bunch of scenes where he's like turned, and you can fucking see
Not
there's a
only turd,
nipple.
but they're straight on ones where you see in the fucking barbells.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
nipple in the middle, and then there's two bumps on either side. And yeah, nipples have bumps. Like that's a thing. But this is like three
Those would be
distinct.
major areola bumps to fucking
What if
have
they're
it look like
trident?
that.
What's that, Jacob?
Tri-nipples, like a triceratops. Maybe he's just got
Okay.
3 nipples poking out.
There it is, right there.
Yeah, there he is. That's it.
Nope,
Yep.
That's the fucking nipples.
That's those are the sexy fucking Andrew
Good thing there's
Cuomo.
one sober one of us that can do shit like that.
And I honestly, if this does anything for me, it increases my fucking respect for Andrew Cuomo. Not only has he
a
been,
little bit.
yeah,
A
yeah,
little bit of
it's
credibility. Not
like
I don't want him to be president.
no, not like it
No.
pushes it through the roof or anything.
No.
But I mean, for a guy who I generally don't agree with, this is one of those moments where I can be like, hey,
You found your common
nice
ground.
barbell.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Murphy has always wanted me to get nipple piercings. I have unglorious, like really flat nipples that would be super hard to pierce, and I don't want to have to deal with that because
I can do it for you.
I don't want to have somebody put my fucking nipples. Nope,
You
definitely
would
not.
need those bent barbells.
Yeah, I've had professional piercers offer to pierce my nipples, and for free. Like, I'll do your nipples for free, and I'm like, no, no.
Oh, please just let me get at those delicious little milk duds.
Yeah.
They're like, welcome to Raisins. My name is Ferrari. Like, that's,
I'm
That's all I'm
surprised Joe Exotic didn't have that in his fucking park as well. But like,
I'm
you could
sure he
also
had
get tattoo and piercing.
yeah, I'm sure he had a pair of fucking padlocks hanging off his nipples. Because did you see that sloppy fucking eyebrow piercing he had done?
Oh yeah.
The
Oh,
one that
yeah,
was like,
like-
Hanging on hard.
yeah, it was like under the eyebrow.
I think he
It's
tries to put a padlock on that shit too.
That's
I had mine
has
ripped
my-
out. It like grew out, so it just fucking popped out. Because I used to have my eyebrows done and didn't work
all
out.
surface to surface will eventually grow out. So, I remember when I went to get my tongue pierced, and the guy said, "Stick out your tongue," and I stuck out my tongue, and he goes, "No, for real." And I went, "That was real." And he goes, "Well, I feel sorry for anyone you ever fucking get with." And then the room full of women who were having their clit pierced just across the hall from me just started laughing. So,
Probably
So-
at the guy because they're like, "Oh, he doesn't know about the clit." Ah,
I have a very
Maybe
short tongue.
short, but it's
and-
strong.
right.
Well, that's why I got like a 9 fucking inch piercing put in it because I was like, listen, I know who I am. I need a fucking tool. I need a weapon in this fight.
Yeah, mine had to be at an angle because it was. I have a short tongue also, so they had to like do it at an angle. But then I started breaking teeth.
Yeah.
I'm like, nope, out.
Yeah, mine had to sit backwards, and then I started losing gums on the back side of my bottom teeth, and I was like, there, we're done.
I did
So-
that on the front side from the labret. I started losing the gums on the front of the teeth.
The gum tissue,
Yeah.
labres, yeah. That's why I never got a labre, is because I wanted to get my fucking eyebrow done. I had my ear done 3-4 times, so
I came
Everything
this
was on
close
the
to getting a
left
Prince
side of my-
Albert, and then like you could have permanent nerve damage. I'm like, nope, not worth it.
yeah, that was my thing. Okay, so what shook me from getting the Prince Albert done was
Was
because I thought
watching
about
one
getting it done.
done?
I was like, no, was
With a big
helping
pen?
one get done. Yes.
Phil?
So our buddy Nick wanted a piercing Prince Albert done, and our buddy Phil, who had a PA, wanted to become a piercer, and he had nerve damage, so he shook constantly, and like all of his body shook a little bit, but his hands shook in time with each other. So like if they were shaking together. It was the weirdest goddamn thing. But our buddy comes to us and he's like, listen, I want you to do my PA. And Phil was like, I'm all in, but we need a receiving tube, because the way you do a PA, for those who don't know, you take a curved needle, you shove what's called a receiving tube down the urethra, you lube it up. It's not like it's a fucking sandpaper tube. You take a nice thin stainless steel tube, you shove it down the urethra, it's angled, then you kind of bend it and it puts a mark on the bottom of the penis, and you take this curved needle and you shove it in through the bottom of the penis into the steel tube so that it doesn't cut anything else up, all the way out, and then you pull the receiving tube out, the piercing needles all the way out, and then you attach the jewelry to the back of it. You continue the process, you rock the PA into place. So everything on the inside is safe. It's a very safe process to go have a PA done. But when you come to my buddy Phil and me, when we're in a basement, and you say, I want a PA done, and we're not planning on piercing anything, we start looking around for shit, and we're like, well, we need a needle. So we get a sewing needle. And then we're like,
nope.
we need yeah, we need a receiving tube. So we take
McDonald's
a big
straw. Just
a big pen,
big thick
a
fucking straw.
big pen. Yeah, the milkshake straw. No, this guy wasn't packing that much. No, we took a big pin and I hit it with some sandpaper to angle it, because a receiving tube has to be angled. So I hit it with some sandpaper to smooth that fucker out, and then we had a bunch of Astroglide in the basement, because I'm a porn store and choice champions. So yeah, we played Feed the Elephant on my buddy's dick, and it was funny because he drops trowel and me and Phil are staring at another man's dick, and neither one of us can move all of a sudden because he exposes his dick, and we're like, I don't know what to do right now. Dude's dick. I'm like, and I finally got annoyed by the silence, and I was like, oh, for God's sake, it's a dick. We both have one. And I grabbed hold of it like you do a fucking snake. You grab it right behind the head so it can't bite you.
Gotcha, fucker! What are you gonna do now? What are you gonna do now?
Which means I grabbed like that, yeah. Grabbed it right behind the head and fucking isolated this. And I was like, yeah. And then I took the angled back of a Bic pen covered in lube, and I fed it down a urethra. And then Phil, with his shaky hands, stabbed it with a sewing needle through the bottom, and then ran it through the receiving tube that was a Bic pen, and got it out. So I've seen a man with a sewing needle sticking in through the bottom of his penis, out through the fucking hole in the end of his penis, bleeding everywhere, and then Phil fed jewelry through that fucking massacred hole that we made and screwed a thing onto the end of it. That wasn't the worst part. The worst part was a week later when Nick came back to us and was like, I think my PA's fucked up. And we're like, what do you mean? And he goes, is this okay? And he drops trow, and the smell of unwashed penis hit us. And our only advice was, dude, you have to wash this.
Oh God.
Yeah. So I have held a man's penis. I have sounded a man, technically, because that's what sounding is shoving that little tube down a dude's dick. And
Never heard of that.
Yeah. So
Yeah, why is it called
sounding?
Some history here.
I don't know.
Don't look up sounding videos. No.
Oh, do look up sounding videos on Pornhub. Yeah, it's all about shoving a metal tube down a dude's dick.
On Pornhub, that's fine. On like Reddit and shit, you'll end up with the guy who did a screwdriver, a flathead, like the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, definitely don't go on 4chan.
Yeah.
If Reddit, you're
like
getting
how-
a screwdriver, don't go to 4chan.
I like how Pornhub is the top layer of that cake. Like,
Yeah.
we're the kinder, gentler. Pornhub is the
Sounder.
place to go for legitimate, sounding videos. If you want to get a layer deeper, then you go to Reddit. If you want to get disgusting, you go to 4chan.
Yeah, that's the layers. That is the layer of your porn cake.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
And then if you want to get illegal, then you go to fucking 8chan.
Oh, yeah, right. So Andrew Cuomo has pierced nipples. Good talk. Good talk. All right, let's see what else is in the stream.
Hurt?
Arnold Schwarzenegger personally delivered cargo of 50,000 masks to doctors. That's pretty impressive. Good for you, Arnold. Funny side note about masks and PPE and doctors. Doctors recently had to reach out to a medical fetish site for people who have a medical fetish and want to play doctor to get off. They had to reach out to this website to get personal protective equipment. This was in England. The NHS had to reach out to a fetish site to get personal protective equipment for their doctors. And the fucking fetishists responded. They all sent in fucking paper scrubs and shit that the NHS could use. So fetish folks are awesome folks.
We've all known that.
Yeah, man, that's your love.
Yeah.
There's a story that I apparently missed. How the fuck did I miss this? Man beats people, tries to kidnap 3 children, runs into wrestling champ.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What is this? I missed this.
It's a video you gotta watch.
Who was the wrestling champ, though?
Some kid, I didn't catch the name in the article.
Yeah.
But yeah, some dude
All right.
tried to, like,
High school,
kidnap some kids, and then this fucking ran into a wrestler, and he just fucking mopped the floor with him. And ended that shit right there.
Fucking epic. Engineer intentionally derails speeding train at the Port of Los Angeles. This is one of my favorite fucking stories that cropped up in the feed. Oh my god.
Like he was gonna jump it over the ocean.
I know, right? So, the USS, for context, the USS Mercy shows up in the Port of Los Angeles, right? It is a medical relief ship. It has, I think, 800 full-blown hospital beds on board. And the whole intent was they're going to park the Mercy there so that people like a broken wrist and a sprained ankle can go to the Mercy and get their medical care to leave the hospitals to deal with coronavirus, right? Take some of the load off the regular hospitals. So the Mercy, it's a big white fucking boat with big red crosses all over it. It's obvious that it's a medical ship.
Nope.
But I am...
That's what the government wants you to think.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But I am dickhead train conductor. And I see this big white medical ship with big red crosses pulled into the harbor. So what do I do? What's that, Jacob?
Seems suspicious, so you fucking ram it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
You
the government
fucking-
wants you to think it's a medical ship. What it really is a fucking experimental ship that's creating fucking zombies. It's going to create the apocalypse, and that's what's going to fucking happen. I need to ram this train into that ship. I got to jump it over the ocean, into the fucking carrier, and then fucking sink it. So I save you all.
That's a real thing that happened. Random fucking
Yeah.
random
And that was
train
250
engineer.
yards. That's
So this
way
mother-
too close for a train to get to a boat.
This motherfucker ramps his train up to 11, fucking skips the track, drives through a concrete barrier, a lot full of train-stopping gravel, through a parking lot, through a parking garage, through another field of dirt and gravel.
Which makes me think somebody's tried this before, and they've planned for it. It's like, we did a concrete barrier, gravel, another concrete barrier.
Yeah,
It's like the runaway truck ramps
Yeah.
on the freeways.
Safety
Yeah.
pull out.
motherfucker ramped it up to 11. He got this goddamn train within 250 yards of this medical ship.
Yeah. So,
And-
like, 2.5 football fields. So,
But he crossed like
His
half
train
a
back
mile.
Oh,
Yeah, like the track ended a half a mile before he stopped.
yeah, this train goes to 11. Fucking watch out.
and then
It absolutely does. 100%.
His plan doesn't work out. Instead of saying, "Oh, I was having a heart attack," or any other excuse, he says, "Fuck yeah, I tried to ram it."
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Because I want people to investigate, and they're going to know what's going on here. Yeah, we know what's going on there, dude. People are fucking dying, and we're trying to help them out. Holy shit.
I mean, it's on par with like the whole 5G and like the towers being burnt.
Oh, God,
I mean,
yeah.
same concept.
Oh my god. So that's a story that came to us from Dave, the conspiracy theorist, who I did the interview with, which I don't know where that is right now and when we're going to start reviewing that. But the
Only
Dave
Jacob
conspiracy,
knows.
yeah,
If only he
not
was
just
here.
Jacob. But yeah, the Dave, the conspiracy theorist, like. He was talking about the whole 5G fucking coronavirus connection, and that's a thing. Like, people are like, oh, 5G and coronavirus, same thing.
Yeah, they came out at the same time. Must be fucking connected.
Yeah, I mean, radio wave.
4G came out with what? H1N1?
Yes,
Did it? I don't remember.
at the same time.
And then
About
3G
the
had
same
another major illness with it.
How the fuck did I miss such a... I just watched a woman open a beer bottle with her thighs.
Yeah.
How did I miss
Why
so
did
much
not-
good stuff?
Why did we not see it?
Well,
I know she
Oh.
has special underwear or something, right?
It's at the bottom of the feed. Jesse just posted that shit because I was back in the feed looking for the next story, but apparently Jesse just posted that. So,
I got the Amber Heard hired a private detective.
oh yeah, Johnny Depp.
Yep.
and
Go ahead and talk about that. I'm gonna make a cocktail.
All right.
Take it away, Pat.
So everybody knows that Johnny Depp and Amber Heard have this fucking long legal battle where she says she abused him, but turns out, or he abused her, but she abused him. And she hired a private detective to find dirt on him, but nobody has anything bad to say about him. Like, this guy went to all his exes and anybody and fucking...
Johnny Depp's a super nice guy.
Yeah,
I've
he's
met him.
Super
Oh,
nice
I
guy.
haven't.
He has not. But yeah, that's the story that came back, and all he did was end up digging dirt on her, even though she hired him.
Pretty much.
And she went through her trial, like rolling her eyes at the judge and fucking shit like that. Fucking, you're getting a drink. Fucking congratulations.
Yeah, get it.
Get it? But I just think it's great that she hired a PI and like dig up dirt, and it's like, I got nothing. Like, I got nothing but good stories from all his exes. Because if you're going to find bad stories, it's going to be from your exes. But he was so nice that after breaking up with him, they're like, nah, he's a great guy.
Even Winona Ryder was like,
Yeah.
I'd steal that.
Yeah, I don't know who this bitch is, but this guy's awesome. But yeah, but they're going to reduce her role in Aquaman.
So pretty much nothing, right?
He got nothing.
That's-
She's getting shafted now, which she should be for
Yeah.
false accusations.
Yeah, fuck
he,
that.
he should be getting all his like stuff back. I mean,
I think
I
I think he's getting Pirates of the Caribbean back because they originally were writing
Good.
them out. They're like, no, you're not doing them anymore. They're not great movies, but I mean, he shouldn't lose his job for that.
yeah.
Honestly, like I'm a little tweaked that she's still doing anything in Aquaman because, like, let's face it, if you're
I'm
a
gonna
Weinstein,
I'm gonna say she's got down to a cameo, like she died
Like-
in the opening scene. I'm hoping
Yeah, they have
that's
to explain
her
why she's
character.
not there.
Yeah, you can't just say, "Oh, fucking," just ignore the fact she was there. But yeah, she died. Opening scene, fucking before the beginning credits, just her fucking credits. This who stars in this, and then the movie starts. Never mentioned again.
I'd be okay with that.
Every time Aquaman turns to talk to somebody, it's just a fucking dolphin. I want to see this edit. Release the dolphin edit.
They'd have to make him the blonde pretty boy Aquaman for that.
Did you guys see the butthole clip?
I haven't seen
No,
seen
somebody-
that. Yeah.
A friend of ours was trying to tell me that the butthole release was a real thing, and I was like, no, it's like a fan clip. It's a thing. We've talked about this on the show, but no, I haven't seen it. I
Oh.
really want to though.
Do you have it? Let's Netflix party this shit.
I am, however,
Yeah,
considering
found it.
watching the Cats.
The
So-
cats. Like it's a
Like the-
disease. The cat. I got the cats! My dick will never be the same.
I got the cats on me.
Wah wah. Yeah.
I still want to watch Cats just to see the shit show that it is.
I want to see the train wreck that almost crashed into the
But
Mercies.
I needed it to be on HBO or something for free before I watch it because I'm not
No,
I'm not
No, let's
donating money.
I'm at the point where I'll pay for it.
Yeah.
You should watch Captain Marvel before you watch Cats.
Ah.
That's right.
No.
No,
Yeah.
I think I'll watch Cats
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
No,
At least cats, you'll get like comedy value out of it.
no,
Yep.
you don't.
I mean, with the
It's
butthole.
Just fat. No, the buttholes aren't in there. Did you guys get that message? One of you gonna stream that because my internet can't.
No. Well, maybe, but we have a bunch of other stuff to do. Because this is apparently going to be our longest stream ever.
That's what we do.
Let's talk.
Just
Zoom
four
bombing
drunk
real
guys
quick.
rambling on.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, this is what I live for. Zoom bombing. Zoom bombing is a horrifying new trend
Yep.
where people hijack your Zoom feed because Zoom, and we actually had to talk about this with the show because we talked about using Zoom as our connectivity platform, and it was shot down immediately because Zoom has horrible security. The FBI warned against a horrifying new trend on the rise amid COVID virus-related social distancing. Zoom bombing. Users of the video conferencing platform Zoom are reporting that their meetings are being taken over by outside actors who often project racist or otherwise hateful imagery on screen,
What you
or
do.
or spew abuse to users in the video chat. Worse, the hijackers are targeting communities like schools, universities, organizing efforts, and Alcoholics Anonymous. Now, I'm not going to read much more of the article. I am going to encourage us to use Zoom in the hopes that we get a Zoom bomber, because I'd like to find the fucking Zoom bomber who can meet our fucking threshold. Because if they're like portraying horrifying things on the screen, I think
That's fine. I don't want them into my system or downloading corrupt fucking shit
Right.
into my computer.
no.
Which
I
some
don't.
companies, I'm not gonna say which ones, are fucking still using Zoom.
Or they're about to.
Yeah, they're about to. They're like, this is where we're going. Zoom.
Yeah. It's the #1 fucking hit program for streaming.
Educators, the nation over, are
yeah.
using them.
Colleges use it like crazy. The reason why they like Zoom is because if you're an employee and you click on something else, like if you're having a meeting and you're like, hey, I'm gonna look at some dumb shit fucking while this meeting's happening because I'm not interested, they can tell if you click off of the thing and that's not what you're looking at.
Right.
So they're like, yeah, employers like that. Fuck this security breach. But I'm gonna tell if you're fucking not paying attention.
See, but that's how you know that none of them work in IT, because you never use your work laptop for fun. So you just have your work laptop
Yeah.
with Zoom, and then you could just like have it out there, and you're like, I got my real laptop over here right next to it.
Yeah, I'm not paying attention to you because you're talking about dumb shit you don't know what you're talking about anyway.
And you just grab
Yeah.
your laptop, you're like, oh look, cat's butthole. Yeah.
I use my work laptop for everything.
Oh, rip.
You make more money than all of us, and yet you have the
but he's
most
also
jank
he's also the
setup
COVID
out of
one,
all
too.
of us.
Hey, fuck you! I'd like to point out I was blowing you all out of the water with my audio setup. That's what it's all about. That's where all the money goes, is into the studio. You guys don't show up to anymore.
Oh, does it? That's where all the money goes?
all the money,
It's definitely not where
especially
Yeah.
my microphone.
That's
Yeah, lick his microphone.
yeah. That I will have you know that is a $15 microphone. So treat it with some respect, son.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll make sure to wipe my butthole on it next time.
His cat's butthole.
yeah.
Yeah, but Zoom is shit. So if you're using that, I wouldn't recommend it.
Avoid at all costs. Yeah.
Jacob,
What?
sitting over
What?
there quiet, Mr. Big Country.
He's
Just
just
enjoying the
watching.
show, man.
He's watching the sunset and the tweakers bloom. So
Well, he was saying he was using Zoom for this and that. He's like, yeah, Zoom. I'm like,
I've used Zoom once to talk to my family, and there were enough assholes there. They didn't need to fucking Zoom bomb or whatever.
yeah, we use Zoom for a household get together with Mike and Julie and all those folks. And if someone had dropped into that stream and just started like projecting offensive imagery at us,
we would have fucking scared him off.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, come to the show, I dare you. That's like zoom in on the show. You will see things that cannot be unseen. So,
True.
Jesus
Well,
Christ.
big nuts
Hold on.
competition happening again. What'd
Yeah,
you do?
right. Softest ass. or what
Softest
have you.
ass, biggest nuts. We got all kinds of competitions in our family.
Did you win? Did you win both of those?
Yes.
Yeah.
God damn, overachiever. Let's see. We're down to the join the team, the jogging chick, the bottle opener, villain pub.
I didn't see the villain pub.
Neither did I.
That's sick, too.
All right, so
No, that's fair. Fishy won't mind.
Kentucky puts ankle monitors on coronavirus patients.
so there's real quick this. Let's jump into the coronavirus thing. We've touched on it, but let's jump into the coronavirus thing real quick. So Kentucky's putting ankle monitors on coronavirus folks, right?
Yep.
To keep an eye on them. And there's also recently there was an arrest of an individual on a beach in California. He was out in the middle of the fucking ocean, like swimming around doing this whole thing, and the cops went down, arrested him, and took him back home and put him in his house and said, "Don't fucking leave your house." How do y'all feel about this?
That is bullshit. He was
Which one?
paddleboarding.
Yeah, he was paddleboarding.
There weren't people around. He was as isolated as he could be. He wasn't going to contaminate the ocean with the COVID.
I don't know. If you're on lockdown, then you're on lockdown. So stay in your house.
It's called a stay-at-home order, not
Yeah.
a social distancing order.
So if that happens, yeah, fucking. As much as I'd like to take fucking pleasure and run around where all these places people aren't allowed, then. But yeah, still I'm staying home.
I went out for a walk/run. I did 3.5 kilometers today, like walking around my neighborhood and shit. And every time somebody came close, I crossed the street or whatever, and like avoided people as much as I could. But there was a fuck ton of
You
people
got
driving.
this? He's fucking preaching.
Yeah, I definitely. We get a half an hour of out of the house time, so it's either this or I stand out and jerk.
In prison,
off
you
my
get an
mailbox.
hour.
I know, right?
Yeah, I was gonna be like,
It's
holy
23-hour
shit.
lockdown. You get an hour to go outside.
Like, yeah,
Like, I get a
I'm
10
either-
by 10 of sunlight all to myself.
I'm either gonna run a marathon in my backyard or jerk off into my fucking mailbox, or I'm gonna go for a fucking walk. Like,
I'd jerk off in your mailbox. That'd be way better footage.
I try and
Nope,
jerk
that-
off while running a marathon.
Ooh.
in my backyard or just out on the empty ass streets.
Out on
So the
streets.
streets-
I
The
mean,
streets of Kingman are not empty ass. I don't know how often you guys go
No.
around.
They
They're
were
not.
this morning. I went grocery shopping and yeah, they were pretty empty.
Were you
I
able
mean,
to find toilet paper?
yes.
No, because I got a bidet.
I need to fucking like drug deal buy some fucking toilet paper from somebody because we're
Yeah.
down to our last.
What kind of drugs do you have? I have toilet paper.
Oh, shameless plug. Dambar has a general store, and you can actually get toilet paper and a bunch of other essentials from them.
The damn bar?
Yep, I'll send you guys.
Fucking, I am all in.
Yeah,
Like,
I'll send
wait,
you guys.
like, can I go there in person and just do that in person?
I think so, but you have to like call or I think send them a message ahead of time, and then they can do like a curbside pickup for you.
Oh, fucking sweet. Okay, cool.
Do they
'Cause I'm just-
do curbside whiskey?
They do sell their beer.
They have
Not
some
the
pretty
hard
good beer.
liquor, but
Good on them. Yeah.
The damn red. Oh, speaking of beer, we'll do this in the intro. I got a kegerator. Anyway, so
For the studio?
Oh,
No.
yes.
Rip keto. Fucking goddamn. Way to
Yeah.
fucking boss out of the water with it. Have to go
Yeah.
paleo now.
Cheers. Yeah, but what the fuck were we talking about? I don't even remember. We
COVID.
started off.
There's the ship captain that got removed from command.
How do you do
Any of
that?
you guys follow that at all?
No.
No.
I'd shoot
Oh, yeah.
him. I'd be like, I'm the captain. Fuck your mutiny. Fucking.
No, it wasn't a mutiny. He sent a letter to his higher ups saying that some of his sailors on his aircraft carrier in the South Pacific were positive for COVID-19 and he needed to pull into port, take care of the fucking illness spreading through his ship. And they
Yeah.
told him to stay on station. And so he said, fuck you, and pulled into port. And he sent a letter to about 20 people unsecured. And that letter ended up being leaked to the press. So he got removed from command for not following the chain of command. And people are pissed because they think he's a hero for looking out for his soldiers' lives. But when you're in the military, you follow chain of command.
I'd go full pirate at that point. I'd be like, come take
With
my
an
ship.
aircraft carrier?
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah.
I'm.
What better place to go full pirate? You got fucking planes and shit at your
That's what I'm
disposal.
saying. Yep. Yeah, Patrick, you're 100% right. Because listen,
I'm
if
running up
there's
to
one,
Jolly Rogers going, come fucking take my shit.
if there's one person you want to keep fucking happy, it is definitely the captain of an aircraft carrier. Like you're like, hey, here's a slap on the wrist. Don't do that again. Go captain your ship. That's it. That's all that guy needs, because otherwise, he owns an aircraft carrier, and
Yeah.
that is the
Tell me
most
the pilots
powerful.
wouldn't fly under
He
the Jolly
doesn't.
Rogers.
America
Put it on all
owns
the
an
planes.
aircraft carrier.
Fucking go.
No, not when America falls apart. Like, ask
America
any of my.
hasn't fallen apart enough that you can steal an aircraft carrier in the South Pacific.
Eh,
All right, guys, listen. New plan. So we become captains of aircraft carriers, and we try to ram those into fucking terrain.
we try to ram into trains.
Yeah. Fuck your trains. They're carrying fucking Corona zombie conspiracy theories.
There's a train in Missouri. Like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
get this fucker Central America.
Oklahoma has a train. We're fucking coming for it.
See, because then we can get the carrier like as far inland as we can, and then it'll shoot the fucking aircrafts off of it.
I was gonna say, you
Continue.
have aircraft on the carrier. You don't need to
There's
ram
science
anything.
behind this.
Yeah, you don't need to ram. You can bomb. We bomb trains. That's where you fell apart, because ram indicates like,
No,
okay, no, you're
It's
you're
gotta
right.
be
Never
more
mind.
fucking dramatic than that.
Fucking 85 planes flying with cables attached to an aircraft carrier, like it's the fucking cheap Avengers.
And the only
fucking,
thing playing is Flight of the Valkyries on your fucking loudspeakers.
Da, 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 da.
Da, 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 da.
100%. I am currently all in for this plan. Like,
And that's why we're not Navy captains.
I didn't make
that is exactly why it would never ever work. Jesus Christ. Holy shit.
Okay, because fucking Trump's been on this fucking, if you are sick with corona, go get help. We'll fucking figure out something.
Yeah, we'll get you.
So they're trying to fucking pass universal insurance for this part. And Hillary Clinton and everybody has been like, we should open the fucking American healthcare fucking website again to have people pay for it. Everybody that's lost their jobs, we should be able to go to that website and pay for insurance. Lost your jobs, but pay for insurance. Fucking. Does that make sense?
That math doesn't seem to work.
No. Zero
It does
income.
if you're fucking Hillary.
Yeah, if you're Hillary, she can lose her job now and pay for insurance. But she doesn't have to. Because she was the first lady.
So a quick fun talk about COVID. Like, we've talked about the fact that I was told Like I filled out the online survey and I was told, okay, quarantine for 14 days or until we get back to you. Right? I hit the end of my 14-day quarantine before they ever contacted me back, and I thought, oh, that's weird. And then I was talking to a friend of ours who's a first responder. She's a firefighter, and she was like, yeah, I have been exposed to COVID. I know for a fact I've been exposed to COVID, and I can't get tested. Like they've told me, no, quarantine for 7 days. And like I thought I was nuts. I was like, oh, I must be a weirdo. And her wife, who has also 100%, and both of them are showing symptoms, and they have both 100% assuredly been exposed to COVID with like a fucking 93% contagion rate or whatever it is. They have both been told, we'll get back to you on the testing. They cannot get tested in Mojave County. So I thought I was nuts being an early fucking case. No, it's just a thing.
Not testing.
Like,
if we don't test, then our numbers won't be high. So
right.
Yeah.
Keep
I
the
thought that was
numbers
bullshit.
yeah, oh, it's total bullshit.
Absolutely was not.
Yeah, it's absolutely bullshit. But it's
Well, no, I thought it was bullshit as in it was propaganda talk, but no, it's absolutely not. It's like
it's real.
real shit. And
It's real. We're not testing, so our numbers are not high. We have like 18 now in Mojave
18,
County.
one death.
So I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure it's much higher than that, which is fucking awesome. Great, thanks. Wonderful. Super good. Okay, so here at the close of the show, we want to say thank you to anyone who stayed with us this long. Most importantly, we want to say thank you to our supporters out there. Anyone who goes to thebeardstruggle.com and orders any product using the checkout code BSHMB10 will get awesome, super fantastic spiritual high fives. Because we can't actually touch any one person. It'll all be fucking... there you go. There's my hand. Just, slap the screen. Enjoy. We also want to say thank we drink to you. We also want to say thank you to and I want to get this name right, so I'm going to open this back up real quick. The Backwoods Patriot TV podcast. Backwoods Patriot TV podcast. That is a podcast that I have recently come in contact with through my sort of brand membership with thebeardstruggle.com. If you want to hear the other side of the story, if you want to hear the right of center version of this story, go to the BackwoodsPatriotTV.com podcast, and they'll help you out. They'll sort of get you squared away with the very right version of this. And I've always been a big believer in sort of the marketplace of free ideas and encouraging people to hear both sides of the story. So please, tap those right-wing news sources right now. Listen to the media. Do some critical thinking. This is the step that most people
spread it out. Get different ideas.
Yeah,
and come up to your conclusion.
Yeah, the step that most people miss is the thinking part. They listen to the propaganda on either side. And so I encourage people, go to both sides of the discussion and then really do the research. And by research, I don't mean listen to a fucking bunch of drunk assholes. Don't take your medical advice.
Listen to a bunch of drunk assholes with trains.
Right.
But then come up with your own idea.
Yeah. Don't take your medical
advice.
Think for yourself. From a bunch of idiots on YouTube. Really fucking look into that shit and look into both sides of the story. If you're super right, listen to the left. If you're super left, listen to the right. Do that, and it helps. It helps bring you to the sane point in the middle. So do that. Backwoods Patriot TV podcast. That's the one. The guy's been super nice. He's been helping me out with some YouTube advice and stuff like that. So the least we can do is hopefully encourage his listenership and hopefully get his numbers up and vice versa. We also want to send a huge thank you to thebeardstruggle.com. They decided to bring us on as sponsors, and we are just super, super happy to have a brand that sort of sings to us, because many of us have that Viking spirit, and I think all of us have some sort of facial hair. So thank you to thebeardstruggle.com, and if you need any sort of bearding shit, head over to thebeardstruggle.com and use our checkout code BSHMB10. Don't look at Patrick and Jesse for inspiration. Don't look at Jacob, or really Jacob, for inspiration. Honestly, all of us
beard.
I love my scrotal beard, okay?
Honestly, like, if there's a band of folks that can grow glorious neckbeards, it's this group.
Yeah, this
so
nerdy ass group.
Yeah.
Neckbeards unite!
And you know who can help? You know who can help you on your epic neck bearding quest? The Beard Struggle. So head on over there, use checkout code
struggle is real.
The struggle is real. Hashtag the struggle is real. I've been using that a lot. So you can follow us on Instagram. We are BSHM Beer Podcast on Instagram. You can go to facebook.com/BSHM Beer. There you can join a bunch of idiot heathens and have great conversations about what's going on in the world. Ross, we love you dearly. We miss you, and I honestly kind of want to know what's going on in England. Also, if you ever hear this episode, because you listen to us on podcast and not on YouTube.
Boris Johnson just went to the hospital for COVID.
Yeah, because he's COVID. Yeah. But if you happen to hear this, we are still working on your flask, my friend. We are going to get that thing made, and it's going to be epic. So please just have faith in us. It's going to be a delivered reality. Yeah, it's 100%. So we also want to say thank you to just anybody who's like all the minimum wage workers who are still making my coffee and who are still working at Safeway and who are still working at Walmart.
I love the Safeway Starbucks. Every time I go in, they just like, hey, we know your order. They got it done. I go shopping. It's perfect.
I love the fact that Safeway, they put up those weird, like, sneeze-proof glasses between you and the checker.
And you can only have one person's items on the belt at a time. That tripped me out. I'm like, yeah, because my items are radioactive. Should I be buying your stuff? Because I can't have it next to their stuff? I don't know what's happening here.
Yeah, they have pivoted so fucking quick. It's unbelievable.
I mean, good on them, I guess.
Yeah, I can't argue.
They didn't shut down, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah, exactly. So thank you to all the minimum wage heroes out there who need to be paid more. Now, gentlemen, do we have anything more to say?
Nope.
Cool. In that case, if you have anything to say, consider saying it to us.